Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, I bring you my October update for the whole collection of Project Pan. So if you want to hear my rollouts, what we're rolling in, and all of my progress in between, let's get on into it. So, I did fantastically. I only have 3 things that I did not hit goal on. So we're gonna roll in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have to keep track on a sticky note, actually. We're gonna first talk about the elephant in the room so I can put it away immediately. That's why it's the elephant in the room. And that is my Morphe eyeliner in the shade L Dog. It is a hydro liner. It is this navy blue shade right here. I've used it once. I did use it this time. I told you guys I wanted to use it once by this update, and I did. I do have a 3-use goal on it. It was fine. It did go on fine. You could see it a little bit. It does pair really nicely with my Juju Pan, my Battleship palette. I don't know. I don't know if it's for me, or maybe it's just the formula of these. So I don't know. I do really want to try to get my 3 uses on it before I make any decisions on any of these things. I want to try maybe to do like a blue inner corner with the liner and nothing else, like more graphic where it's not more hidden. But I did use it once. It went on fine. It's very dry. Like, it takes a lot of water to get it creamy enough to apply on the eyes well, which I was honestly not expecting that. I was expecting, because I don't remember. I used it a year ago. I don't remember how much water. And actually, when I used it a year ago, I used setting spray, and that might be why they're so dry, because I didn't want to use water. So I might have fucked them up. Might be a me problem. So that is something that's staying in, but at least I do have a use on it. I'm very, very happy about that. Let's just talk about the 3 products that are staying in first. I also have my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Fruit Punch. I've already used it once in October. I used it once in September, so we just have one more use. But I also want to show you guys I hit pan. Obviously, it had usage on it before this project, but in my 2 uses, because I just hit pan on it this last use, I hit pan. I love this shade. It is a beautiful limey yellow green. I like it more, I think I have than Tankini, which is a more limey yellow green, but that shade's more yellow, whereas this is more green. Like, I bought this after, because I bought Tankini thinking it was a limey yellow green, and that's more yellow, so then I bought this shade. But I love it, so it has one more use to go. And then the last item that I'm working on that I haven't used at all yet is my S&B Beauty Savage Sammy Glitter. It is just an orange glitter. Well, it's got an orange, like, base pigment, and then it's just got yellow. Yellow is the primary glitter color, but it's got pink, purple, and I think green is in there as well. I just rolled out the other orange pigment glitter that I was working on, so hopefully I can get some use on this. I want to at least have 1 use by next update, but I'd like to get more use on this because I think I'm going to declutter the other product because I like this one better, and they're very similar products, but I need to use this before I make that decision. But those are the 3 products that are staying in and my usage on those. Everything else, I have 6 products here, so 6 products that we are rolling out. Very, very happy about that. And I've started highlighting things so, like, I have a better sense of, oh, that's rolled out. So I can even go ahead and highlight these now that we've talked about them. So then my eye can just immediately go to the gap in the highlights of, oh, those are the items I'm working on. Getting a better system. Also, elephant in the room. To eye look, I reviewed the Jeffree Star Lollipop Killer palette. It might have gone up before this. It might be going up after this, but that will either already be up, and if it is, I'll link it in the description, or it'll be coming ASAP. But no pan left behind it, and very much like it. So let's just go in order. So we have the Beauty Bakery Sugarcoat Everything Highlighter. This is what she looks like. We're getting a pretty nice dip in the center here. I had a 3-use goal. I used it twice in September to finally hit my 3 uses. And I got that 3rd use on September 10th, which was like right after. That's the day that this is supposed to go up for me. So it was right after I had filmed this, like, because I had filmed this last month early, trying to be better about not filming things crazy early. So this is a rollout. Love to see it. Next, we have from Notoriously Morbid. This is their Blueberry Pie Loose Shadow. I used it all 3 times in September, and I hit my 3rd use on September 7th. So it is like a blue, it's one of those like blue-brown pigments, but it also has green, which I really love. And it's got sparkle to it. I don't love a lot of things from Notoriously Morbid, to be honest, and I wouldn't place another order, but I do really like this shadow. And it's very nice. Next, we have from Makeup Revolution, and that is their bronzer. So this is the Treehouse of Horrors Simpsons collab palette, it's face palette. But it was specifically this bronzer in the shade Evil Twin. I feel like you can really start to see that waffle pan underneath. I had a 5-use goal on it because I love this face palette as a whole, but the bronzer is my favorite thing from this face palette. I love this bronzer. And I hit my 5th use on September 23rd. Love this face palette. So much. It is so good. So good. Next, we had from Lunar Beauty. It's the Moon Prism Blush Palette. And specifically, I had this corally shade in the shade Twilight. I had a 3-use goal on it because I had never used this palette before. And I used it all 3 times in September. Also, that bronzer I used all 5 times in September. And I hit my 3rd use on September 25th. It actually, so depending on what cream blush you pair it with, it can actually turn out a little more subdued and nude, or you can really punch up that coral color, and I love it. I mixed it once with Soleil, which I wish had more shimmer. It's very much just a satin blush, not a shimmery, like glowy blush. But I think this might be my favorite shade in the palette. Granted, I haven't tried them all, but just out of the swatches, I think Twilight might be my favorite shade. But rolling out. And then, and I can highlight that as well. And that's all for highlight. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Foundation, which I have in the shade 2 Neutral. I had a 3-use goal, used it all 3 times in September, and I hit my 3rd use on September 8th. So, like, I filmed the September video hella early, and I'm doing better about that. This is an okay foundation. I wouldn't repurchase this when this runs out, but I will use it up. I think it's a little light for me. Like, it looks deep in the bottle. Like, it looks deep in the tube, but it is light. It looks ghostly. Like, I put this on and I asked Ian to look at me and he was like, absolutely not. Ghostly. Hate crime. No. But, like, once I get everything on my face, it looks fine, but it's just wild. It, like, looks dark in the tube. I've heard that this is one of those foundations that oxidizes. Whole thing is wild. Okay, I got text. Weird. Scanny. I don't like that. And the last item that I was working on, that is also a rollout, is from Bare Minerals, and this is one of their loose products, and it's the shade Faux Tan. This is an all-over face color in the shade Faux Tan. I had a 3-use goal. I actually used it once in October for my 3rd use, and I reached that goal on October 1st. So I used this all 3 times. Swallow. I used this all 3 times as a powder bronzer. Gorgeous. Gorgeous and stunning. And let me tell you how I used it, because I was scared. This teeny tiny little brush. Let me not throw it. And what I would do, because there's a whole bunch of pigment in here, in the top. And actually, there's a whole bunch of pigment in the lid right now, so that would work. So I would take this teeny tiny little brush that I'm right now currently using for a cream contour, because I want a very chiseled line with that, because this had rolled out. But I would take just a dab, just a tiny little dab, and I'd roll it around in the lid, and then just ever so gently work in circles. And then this is buildable, so like I'd start slow. I do probably 2 layers, depending on how much, depending on how much I got on this brush. This is that SL Miss Glam Fluffy Bird brush I got in my Ipsy for September that I was like, I'm not going to use that for anything. I have found use for it. It was perfect, and it's been really great. I'm using the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Fair as my contour, and it blends it out, like, not the crazy best, but it really does work at keeping it where I want it. And I'm really enjoying this brush that I didn't think I was going to have any use for whatsoever. But I've never used a loose cheek product. I use loose products all the time on my eyes, but not as a cheek product. And I'm really happy that I got that and did that, like, how I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 products we are rolling in. Let me go ahead and pull up Tiny Decisions, and we will get to rolling. All right, we have 366 items in here. I honestly, we can work on anything at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and screen record this for me. Yeah, show my tippy taps. And it'll be right here for you guys. But let's see. Our very first item, that is already in another project, so we are going to turn the noise down. But we're going to roll again, because I don't like to double dip in projects personally. If it's in one project, I'm good. So Cover FX, Divine Highlight. I just got that. That's fantastic. Jeffree Star Blush. Lollipop Luxury, which is on my face right now. What else? What else are we getting? Okay. Gerard Cosmetics. Salmon Gloss. ColourPop Super Shock in Moon Daisy, which is a beautiful shade. 2 more items. NYX Violet Smoke Lipstick. I love that shade. NYX Violet Smoke. And our very last item, Alamar Cosmetics. Ooh, that's new. I think that's one of the blushes, and I think that's the powder blush. So I'm going to go grab all these products, and I'll be right back to show you. We'll swatch them and all of that. All right, I am back. That took all of 2 seconds, actually, and I even put away the things that I hit pan on. Not pan, to hit goal on. So, let's just start from what we rolled in first, which is the Cover FX Divine Highlight. Which one? That comes from the Perfector face palette, which I have in light medium. So, let's see, which one is Divine? So if that's Silhouette, so that one. So this one here is Divine. So there's the shade Divine. It might be a little dark for me. We will have to see. I've never used the palette. I just wanted to try it. I'm going to put a 3-use goal on that just to give it a try. Then we have the Jeffree Star blush in Lollipop Luxury, which looks like this. I'm wearing it today. I think it's really pretty. Giant doe foot applicator. Make the tiniest swatch. There's the shade there. And I'm going to use a 5-use goal, because I think it's a really pretty blush, and I think it's a shade of pink that I could pair with several colors of powder blush. So, 5 uses. We have the Gerard Cosmetics Salmon Gloss, which we got this in an Ice Cream Beauty, and I still haven't put it on the lips. It smells good, but I kept it because of the color. Because it's a very opaque gloss, and it's gorgeous. But will I actually wear it? Even though the shade is gorgeous. I'm not a big gloss wearer. So I'm going to put a 3-use goal on it, just to see how we feel about it. Then we have the ColourPop Super Shock in the shade Moon Daisy, which does already have a pan on it, but Moon Daisy is so pretty. Here, we'll swatch that over here. It's a very, like, iridescent pink, not pink, blue to purple shade. It was one of the first ones I ever hit pan on, because it just gorgeous, gorgeous topper. But I am just going to put a 3-use goal on it, because I do also have my ColourPan project pan, and I don't think that's been rolled into that yet. Obviously, it can't, I don't double dip, but once it's done in this project, it's still eligible to go in that project that I'm doing, I think, a 3-use goal as well. So then we rolled in the NYX lipstick in the shade Violet Smoke, which looks like this. It's gorgeous. Ho ho ho. So pretty. Probably my new favorite NYX lipstick. I am only going to put a 3-use goal on it because I know how much I love it, and I just reach for it organically, so 3 uses is fine. My lip products, I don't really feel like, unless I have never used them before, I really need to worry about putting a crazy usage goal on them. And then lastly, we have the Alamar Cosmetics. So this is the Viva Las Chicas palette, and I have mine in the shade Fair to Light. And we got the shade La Nina Fresha. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. But it is the matte powder blush. It's the Bright Pop, which looks like this. It is the shade in the center there. Which looks like that. And like those two blushes will go together wonderfully. So very excited. So I'm also going to put a 5-use goal on that because I'm just excited to use the blushes. 5-use goal. So that is the 6 products that I'm going to be rolling in. We have the 3 that are rolling over. I hate that we're at 8. I wish we were at 10. Maybe next month I will try to remember to roll in at least, depending on how many rollouts we have, but try to at least roll in 2 more so that we're at 10 products, because the fact that we're at 8 kind of bothers me. just a little bit. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.